Here is the national news from our studio BGI TV, Baba Gede Imo TV. I am yours faithfully, Moriwe Rebilalawa. First are the major headlines for the national news. Zoning positions will continue until state of origins is scrapped, presidential aspirant Obama. Banditry. I killed over 20, but I've repented now. 21-year-old arrested Turuji's boy confesses. 2 dead as bus driver loses control in Abeokuta. Darwin College, doctor narrates Ab Oromoni died. 33-year-old bags life imprisonment for raping Lagos teenager. Leaving Arsenal without a goodbye hug, Aubameyang. The news in details. A People's Democratic Party (PDP) presidential aspirant Sam Owabunwa says Nigeria cannot shun zoning system. Owabunwa told reporters in Abuja on Tuesday that the country's ethnic diversity was a key factor in elections. He reminded citizens of the need to ensure inclusiveness, where the interests of the majority and minority will be protected. The former chairman of the Nigerian Economic Summit Group (NESG) said the diversity of the people must be taken into account always. The business mogul stated that zoning was like a federal character principle contained in the 1999 Constitution. What is the essence of federal character? It simply means that no single religious or tribal group should dominate the public space and office. Federal character is applicable to the office of the president. This means no one group should continue to produce the president, NAN quoted him saying. Owabunwa advocated that zoning should continue until every region in Nigeria produces a president. The aspirant added that it cannot be disregarded or discarded or unilaterally because such decision must be a collective agreement. He said zoning will remain until state of origin is no longer recognized like in some other countries. As long as Nigeria still operates state of origin, zoning has to continue, the PDP chieftain stressed. The 21-year-old suspected terrorist Nasser Hussaini, working under the camp of Banditry, a notorious terrorist on police wanted list for act of terrorism, has confessed to killing over 20 persons in several attacks across Nigeria's northwest. The young terrorist made the disclosure to Vanguard when SP Gambo Issa, the police PRO in the state, paraded him at the command headquarters on Tuesday. Sani, a resident of Makira village in Taifi local government area of Zamfara state, was arrested along Jabir quarters in Funtua LGA Katsina based on incredible intelligence report, SP Gambo disclosed. According to the suspect, I've been involved in the community's attack under the command of my boss, 3G, and I've killed over 20 persons in the past, but I have repented now. Speaking in Hausa, Sani said, I am Bello 3G's boy. I work under his command. I've been involved in community's attack under the command of my boss, 3G, and I've killed over 20 persons in the past, but I've repented now. I ran away from Jengebe forest in Zamfara, where 3G is currently hibernating for my dear life. The police arrested me at Funtua while I was trying to find my way to Sulija, Niger State, where my parents live. I left my wife and children there in Makira village in Saifi LGA, Zamfara. When quizzed on how many of them are under 3G's camp and how much they are paid for every attack, Sani said, we are many. I don't know the exact number, but we are in hundreds. And I get between 20,000 naira to 30,000 naira for every operation. While briefing the press on the arrest, SP Gambo Issa said, based on the credible intelligence, the command succeeded in arresting one Nasser Hussaini of Makira village, Taifi LGA of Zamfara state, a notorious bandit terrorizing Katsina and its environs. Nemesis caught up with the suspect when a team of policemen along Jabiri quarters for Twa LGA of the state arrested him. Moving forward to the next story concerning the national news from BGI TV. 2 persons have been confirmed dead in another road crash in Ogun on Wednesday morning. The lone crash involving a Mazda Bolt occurred at about 8:20 a.m. at Olomore Bridge, Abeokuta, the Ogun State capital. Daily polls report that 2 different road crashes had earlier occurred along the Lagos-Ibadan highway, killing 2 persons each. The Olomore crash, being the 3rd day, raised the number of deaths to 6. In the Abeokuta incident, the FRC said a total of 3 persons were involved, 2 men and 1 woman. Florence Okwe, the Ogun FRC spokesperson, said that a woman and 1 man died in the accident. The injured victim was taken to General Hospital at Abeokuta, and the corpses were deposited at the same hospital's mortuary. The suspected cause of the road crash was excessive speed, which led to loss of control. FRSC personnel are fully on ground managing the situation, Okwe told Daily Post. Justice Abiola Sholadoye of the Lagos State Special Offences Court has sentenced the 23-year-old man, Blessing Okon, to life imprisonment for raping the 14-year-old girl. The prosecutor, while arraigning Okon before the court, said he committed the offense on September 13, 2019, on Ribadu Road off Awolowo Road, Ikoyi, Lagos State. During the trial, the prosecution called 3 witnesses, the victim, her father, and a medical doctor. Okon testified solely in his defense. The victim, during her evidence, told the court that the convict sexually assaulted her when she was 9 years old by touching her breast on 2 occasions. She added that hit the father when she was 14 years old by driving her to the staircase of her home and having unlawful sexual intercourse with her. Delivering the judgment, Justice Sholadoye, who noted that the victim was consistent in her evidence before the court, which established that the defendant had been having sexual contact with her since she was 9 years old, described the convict as shameless. She said, this defendant is lacking in compassion. He had sexual activity with a 14-year-old girl. There was overwhelming evidence against him as presented by the prosecution. He therefore should pay for his sexual crime. He is guilty under the Section 137 of the Administration of Criminal Justice Law of Lagos State and is hereby sentenced to life imprisonment without an option of fine. His name is to be entered into the register of sexual offenders in Lagos State. Justice Sholadoye commended the chaplain of the victim's school who reported the incident for listening to the teenager's complaints and reporting the case to the authorities without any cover-up. She urged heads of other schools to do the same. And finally, to sports story. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang says it's odd to leave Arsenal without a real goodbye after he left the club by mutual consent ahead of his move to Barcelona on a free transfer. Aubameyang trained with his new Barcelona teammate on Tuesday after agreeing to a dramatic deadline day move to the Spanish giant from the Gunners. An Arsenal statement on Tuesday night confirmed Aubameyang's exit. We wish Aubameyang all the best for the next chapter in his career and thank him for his contribution to the club. Later on Tuesday evening, Aubameyang posted a goodbye message on social media to the Arsenal fans. Thank you for making London home for myself and my family for the past 4 years. We went through ups and downs together and your support meant everything to me. Having the chance to win trophies and the honor of being the captain of this club is something I will forever keep in my heart. I have always been 100% focused and committed on doing everything I can for this club, which is why living without a real goodbye hurts, but that is football. That was the national news from BGI TV. But before we go, a quick recap of the headlines. Zoning positions will continue until state of origin is scrapped. Presidential aspirant Ohabua. Banditry, I killed over 20, but I repented now. 21-year-old arrested Turiji boy confesses. 2 dead as bus driver loses control in Abeokuta. We also brought to you, don't recall it. Doctor narrates how Oromoni died. 23-year-old bags life imprisonment for raping Lagos teenager. And last story sport, leaving Arsenal without a goodbye halt, Aubameyang. For more updates on YouTube, the YouTube channel is Gede Imo TV. Kindly subscribe and click on the notification bell for updates of our broadcast. And on Facebook, Gede Imo with Alawi Adebayo. Please like and follow the page for you to enable in having our broadcast as well. And on Instagram, Gede Imo _22. For other placement of your goods and services, coverage of events and function, the phone number streaming on your screen is the number to dial. I am yours faithfully, Moriri Rebi Dalawa. Good afternoon.